Welcome to the Econ Sci-Tech podcast for International Women in Engineering Day 2026. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Rand, our talented CAD Revit Technician. Rand's journey is inspiring. Originally from Syria, she was a lead architect before relocating to the UK in 2012. Though her qualifications weren't recognised right away here, Rand persevered, obtaining a master's degree in BIM, building information modelling, to build a new career in engineering. As a mother balancing family life and work ambitions, Rand offers valuable insights into the challenges and triumphs faced by women in engineering today. Rand, could you share a bit about your professional journey so far and what inspired you to get into engineering?
I always loved art, and I always draw everything I could see and do and design pictures for my friends about imagine like a space they would live in, like a nice living room, nice dining room. I would design it and draw it with a pencil, sometimes use colors, and give it to them as a present. So I always had this thing going on in my head, whenever I go in a room, I want to change how the furniture and have a better way of arranging the space and making space for things that they couldn't fit, make it fit. So when there was the time to pick what I want to study, you'll be always pushed by the family to do something practical, and they always look, oh, fine art. I always wanted to do fine art, but art, nobody get paid well, and it might not be really appreciated, especially when you have good marks, when you study well and you are always pushed to do that. I choose architecture, engineering. I studied the bachelor degree in Syria and finished in 2008. It's a long time now. And after that, I was working in housing and educational buildings, and I was the coordinator of a research project that studied the housing situations in 6-7 areas in Syria. And that was really enjoyable. And then in 2012, I moved to the UK. It was coincide with the Syrian revolution. I came to, and it felt like I'm gonna start from scratch, from zero. I always joined art groups and wanted to do it, or life drawings or modern arts. And at the same time, I was looking for a master's to do as well. And I saw from the places that I volunteered or I worked in that the architecture and engineering are going, the ways that they will go forward is digitization. So I wanted to study something that gives me more opportunity, even though it's not the thing that I really wanted to do. So there was the master's in BIM and integrated design in Salford. So I did that, and after that, I got this job, which is the core of what I studied in the master's, which is coordinating between different services in complex projects, and trying to produce a seamless design, fully problem solved, fully coordinated, accurate, and then give it to the client so they can build it without any financial loss, and they will have it fully packed with good data that can benefit from it. So here I am in Equans. Yeah. doing this and trying to bridge the art um, and problem solving and space managing and the technical side, trying always to bridge both things in me within in this job.
You joined Equan Sci-Tech in 2021. Tell me about your role and what excites you most about it.
Yeah, so my role is Revit Technician, and I always like everybody when they ask me from outside engineering, I have to explain that because nobody knows Revit and nobody knows like Revit Technician. What do they do? So I do drawing and 3D modeling of of mechanical and electrical services. So we get the design from the electrical or mechanical engineers. But I mainly work in the electrical side now. Nowadays, I'm more in the data centers and electrical sites, like electrical services. So we get the design and we model, and it will be always the conversation between us. It's not just like they give you and then you do it. Always like there is, if there is any changes, you change, you go back to them. They, so it has this like two ways always. I do 3D modeling, and on one of the platforms that we use, which is really smart, uh, we um, we coordinate them. We see it visually. It's like everything is visual now. Even if anything wrong, you mark it visually on the model, and the person who is responsible see it, and then you message them through these platforms. So it's really like exciting and enjoyable to work um, to work in. So yeah, mainly my job now it is in the office, um, working within these models. Yeah.
The theme of International Women in Engineering Day is Engineering Intelligence, highlighting smart problem solving and innovation. Can you share an example of how you use these principles in your daily work?
Mainly, like our job is very technical, and we always have to keep an eye on what's happening and what's a new like application that makes our work easier and reduce this like repetitive task that is time consuming, and it doesn't give you any like any satisfaction. Like it's like so we always have to look for um, um, like new softwares, new solutions that gives you um, like speed up the work and make it more efficient. Um, so and like this is really nice, but at the same time we get like sometimes we get asked about like information in the wrong timing of the project, and we have to get it ready. And then here these softwares, these applications that we use comes really handy. So we have to always like keep learning, um, like the DI routes, Revisto, um, like something that we can extract, for example, this information. We've done it once. We information about every piece of what we modeled in the project, instead of the client ask for it from the beginning, which in theory makes things how it should. They ask for it at the end or in the middle. So you have to go back and fill it one by one when you're talking about hundred of pieces. So we used DI route, for example, in Dynamo to fill and extract this information and then submit it. It's like really progressive software, I would say, because it keeps changing, and like we keep feedbacking what we want and to them, and then they adapt it to the software. So it's really, it serves us really really well in our work. So we are using that, and I think it's adding a lot of value to our work.
Rand, I understand that you've lectured at a local university. Please tell us more about that and how important it is to equip students with the ability to think critically and collaboratively to solve the complex challenges we face today.
So this lecture was about coordination, design coordination, basically, in a in a program that they do the same masters that I've done. It's BIM and integrated design, but in a different university where I did it. Um, so so I wanted to show them the design coordination in practice. Like they are studying the theory of it, like we we wanted to show them in practice how we do it, even though we're not doing like BIM projects, but it is because it's the way that engineering and construction is now. So and the softwares, they are all integrated, they have to be like that, taking merging all the um different disciplines together. So even though we're not doing BIM, the core of what we do serve what they are studying. So you still need to design, to coordinate your design very well, just no matter what, how you produce your project using BIM or not. So I was talking about Revisto is the clever software that we use, that we love. So I show them how we communicate through Revisto, how if like there is something wrong in the model, or like it's when two services clash together, for example, I show them um, how we solve it. Basically, visually, you see it, you send it to the person, you mark it, and then you see it to the person who you send it to the person who is responsible um, for solving this problem. To be like a technician, like me, and there's a person who is responsible for the design, who watch it, watch what's how you solve it, the problem, and when did you do that, and then it's like a loop of the status of this issue, and it has to be closed. Like everything has to be to start to finish, it has to be closed. But everything is seen, like you see it on in the software as well. So um, so I kind of introduced them to data centers and how important design and coordination, how important to this kind of project, because it is very complex and really service heavy projects. It's basically, they are not aesthetically pleasing projects, like not necessarily it's like just a box, but it is what is inside. It's the main thing. It's how you run this project, because it's very important to run it properly, uh, and have all the service working together properly within this space. So coordination becomes really key in these complex projects. You wouldn't appreciate it when you are designing a house, because the scale is like totally different, but you appreciate it more when you see complex projects. So I showed them that. Um, yeah, talk a little bit about Revit as well, another software that's again like multidisciplinary one. I was trying to put myself in their shoes, like if I am a student, what I want someone from the industry to tell me, in order to understand in reality how things are. because in theory everything is nice, but like in practice you need real solutions, and you see it differently. So it's good to it was good to talk to them about it.
In your experience, what unique challenges do women face in engineering, particularly when returning to work after maternity leave?
It's a lot of challenges, obviously. So it's because women, like, we are going through like raising the time of raising our kids, and like my child is really little now. So when I came back from maternity leave, you still have this. You have to manage a lot of difficult feelings, leaving him, especially when they cry at the childminder door, or when they have a temperature lost the night before, or like uh, it's so difficult to manage between the work and the and what's going on with the children, and the woman has to have the capacity in the brain to carry it all. Coming back from maternity leave, you feel that you are a little bit behind. Like, a lot of changes happened and you're not part of it, and a lot of things, which is good, like a lot of things improved, um, but you're not part of it. You always feel there is a loss somehow. But I think I have to remind myself always, like, this is a temporary time, that I'm a little bit slow in career wise, but I'm focusing on I'm giving the family like more time now, and then I will be able to catch up at some point with what I really wanted to do, and give it more focus. But it's just like trying to manage the focus and the priorities. It's not easy for women. Some women, like, they choose, no, I want to go back full time and rely on, for example, childminder or families. But like for me, I don't have family here. I have to rely on a childminder, and I don't. I'm trying to get both, but you can't get both at the same time. So my family now is taking more priority, but I can't wait until I uh, just go back to just following my ambition. Um, but it is hard, and it is a choice as well. It is a uh, choice that you want to do, but there is always like something you have to accept, that it's not gonna be perfect. You you have to make peace with that. That nothing is, you can't achieve everything at the same time.
How have you managed balancing the demanding roles of motherhood and your professional ambitions, especially within a technical environment?
Yeah, it's hard. Like, I work 3 days, and I try to finish what I am given in 3 days, because almost every Friday we have a deadline. So I try to finish in the 3 days, which is really sometimes it's achievable, sometimes it's hard. So I always have to communicate with the other person who's finishing after me. Like, I reduced my hours so I can pick up my daughter and take my daughter and my little one uh, from school, and childminder, do the school pickup and the drop off, and it's good that we can do that in this company as well.
What advice would you give to women and mothers aspiring to grow in engineering fields?
Don't be afraid to go into it, because there are a lot of skills in women can bring into the engineering, and it varies between woman and woman. like nobody has the same thing. It's not the same thing. We don't have to be like a certain mentality or certain personality to bring something good. We are multitaskers by nature, and we have empathy. We have ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand, be really understandable. Uh, and I think this is good for multidisciplinary environment. Don't be afraid.
Final question: how do you envision your own journey progressing in the coming years?
Yeah, I always keep thinking about it. So now it's slow, but like at the same time, I would like to expand more into the architectural side, um, and explore more there, because especially it aligned with my background. But at the same time, I would like to work more in the mechanical and electrical side, really build a solid experience there, and then move to the architecture, and probably like kind of have a holistic experience in in all these aspects of design. Um, yeah, but yeah, we'll see.
Thank you so much for sharing your powerful journey and insights with us. Your story reminds us that no woman's path in engineering is the same, yet the courage, intelligence, and persistence you demonstrate resonates across all these experiences. As we celebrate International Women in Engineering Day under the theme of engineering intelligence, your perspective highlights the vital role of innovation, resilience, and collaboration in shaping the future of our industry. To all the women in engineering listening today, keep striving, keep innovating, and know that your unique journey is a beacon for others.